Alright, SlimmBob here. Time for another review. And this one, I've been meaning to do this for ages, but obviously I've just got my software and just able to do it. And probably my nose appears red, but I have a bit of a cold. But yeah, anyway, Sonic 4. Sonic fucking 4 episode 1 is finally here, and it's been here for about a month. And yeah, if you remember, I've been hyping this game since February when they first announced it. Well, technically they announced it before, but it was called Project Needle Mouse before. But then they released an official trailer, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 episode 1, in February, and I've been hyping it ever since. Just the facts. I'm a huge, if you know me, you know I'm a huge fan of the original Sonic games. So when this got announced, my mind exploded. Just the concept of playing another one on my PS3 in HD. It was phenomenal. So how does it compare to the hype? It's alright. Start off with a lot of reviews hammer this game to shit. They hate this game. Why? It ain't a bad game. Seriously, this isn't a bad game. Why do so many people say it's shit? It isn't. It's not a bad game. It's not at all like the others. It's not got that quality, but it's a decent game. It's fun. That's something that Sonic games haven't been for years, and this is actually fun. And is it worth it? Yeah, you'll see anyway. So what are graphics like? If you basically what it is, it's 2D side scroll. If you've not played original Sonics, it's a 2D side scroll. The graphics, I love the graphics. I think they're fantastic graphics. What they do, the backgrounds are all 3D. So yeah, they look very cool. Actual environments themselves, they're in 2D, but they're really like high resolution images. And it looks very good. Even on the iPhone, it looks amazing. It's really good. And then all the bandits and Sonic and stuff like that, that's all 3D. So it's a mix of 2D and 3D. And it looks great. I must say, it looks great. I think all these people moaning about Sonic having green eyes and I don't like the new look of Sonic. It looks good. I don't know, problem. It looks good. It's nice. It's so bright, so colourful, so it's nostalgic as well. The animation's lovely, except for when he fucking walks. What's a lot of that? That's stupid. But yeah, the graphics, presentation's great. The music, some of it's great. Like Splash Hill Act 1. Well, Splash Hill in general has great music. I'd say Lost Labyrinth 1. That has great music. I'd say Casino Street 1 and Mad Gear 1. And the special stage music's amazing. It's really good. But some of it is just straight naff and not that good. And to be honest, I weren't expecting much. So, but yeah, well, it uses like the same drum samples from Sonic 1 and 2, which is kind of cool. I love how it sounds really nostalgic. Another thing, I want people to try this, I've done this, just play one of the old Sonic games and play some of the music from Sonic 4, like Splash Hill on in Green Hill Zone, and it actually goes with it. It actually sounds good. Seriously, they did a good job. The music, they did a good job. There's the odd ones that are just a bit naff, but apart from that, they did a great job with music. And the sound effects and all, the sound effects, really nostalgic. They've literally brought back all sound effects, except there's one thing that I don't like, and that's, you know normally when you spin dash in Sonic, it does this sound effect, like exactly like that. That's what it does. Boom. Right. Well, it doesn't do that anymore. It does this weird thing. It makes the noise. Do you know when you press down and it goes ching. They mixed them up, the sound effects. I don't know if you noticed. Do you know what? I'll show you in the video. I'll show you what I mean. You have to be shown. But apart from that, they did a great job with sound. Seriously, they did a good job. They did what they could and what they had to do. Yeah, in terms of presentation, this game's great. It really is. All except that spin dash, a bit of music, and Eggman. But apart from that, it's good presentation. I like it. Now, so what's the story? It takes off after Sonic 3, which didn't really have a story. All that matters in terms of story is it's Sonic on his own, trying to beat Robotnik on his own. That's all you need to know. Story ain't important. The story's pointless. It's all about the gameplay, Sonic. That's what I love about it. It's one of them where you know a lot of games you have to, when you turn it on, you have to watch cutscenes. You always have to watch cutscenes in every game. In Sonic, it's just about turning it on and having a laugh as soon as you turn it on, and that's what's good about it. This is the same. This does that, and that's why it's a good game, because it does that. It allows you just enjoy it from the start. There is no build-up, there's no tutorials, it's just there, and it works. Yeah, so yeah, in terms of story it's pointless, don't even discuss it. Gameplay. Now, this is strange. This is where they fucked up in a way. Now, what they wanted to do, this is what they said. They said they were going to bring back momentum-based gameplay. You know, if you look at all the interviews that they did, they just repeat that phrase over again. Bring back momentum-based gameplay. There is no momentum in this game. None. At all. And it's worrying. It's really worrying. It's... You know, in the old one... Do you know that... Alright. Do you know in Sonic 1, in Green Hill Zone, there's a bit where you've got these tunnels, where you're there, right, the tunnels, he goes like this, Sonic, down the tunnel, he goes, and then he goes flying up in the air, and there's loads of rings, and a couple of badniks to bounce on. What happens, it does it like this, it goes, because it builds up, because as you're going down, it's building up momentum, it's speeding up. In Sonic 4, that's impossible. The physics engine does not allow that to happen. You have to constantly hold right. In the old Sonics, you don't have to hold right. You know, if you're in a ball and you're going down and you're looping and stuff, you don't have to keep holding right because you're in a ball, and by law of the universe, if balls keep rolling on a smooth surface when you're going downhill, and it speeds up. The old Sonic games got those physics perfect. Sonic 4, they fucked up the physics completely. The shit physics. And I feel sorry, you know, the level designers. They must have had to design those levels around the physics, because do you know if you play the game how it wants you to play by constantly holding right and using the homing attack, it's a fun game because it's dictating, because you're playing the level how they want you to play it, how they made it fun. There's only one fun way to play this game, and it's exactly how the developers wanted you to. In old Sonic games, there were so many different ways. Well, you know what I mean. There were shortcuts, and you could choose. It's hard to explain. They took away that choice in Sonic 4. There's lots of bits now where it forces you to use homing attack, the homing attack wasn't in the originals. The homing attack's new. It's the first time they've implemented it in a 2D game, and it works great. The homing attack is great. I think without the homing attack it'd be a lot worse, this game. It's really fun, you know, just like bouncing. There's bits where you launch up in air and you have to bounce on badniks. Boom, 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 using homing attack. And that is satisfying. I just love doing that. The only problem is that half the time you have to do it. Like, in order to progress through level, you have no choice but to do that. Whereas they said from the beginning, you have a choice. you don't have to complete this game using an homing attack. Well, you know what? It's bollocks, because you do. Because if you don't, you bounce off, jing, boom, and just blow. Well, not blow, but why am I doing that? You won't blow up, but you'll die, because there's bottomless pits everywhere. The level design is mostly good, but fucking bottomless pits, it isn't fair. They just put them in for no reason. Like, there's bit in Splash Hill where Act 3 where you're zipping on these things, and if you are not holding right, there's like a fucking gap that big. Sonic's that big, say. Sonic's that big. The gap's that big. If you don't hold right for that fraction of a second, he will fall and die. Because it ain't fair. Why not just put a spring? Why not just extend the fucking platform a bit more? Or just have a bit of that breaks, you know, like a bit of floor that goes and then you go into a bottomless pit. Just something a bit more forgiving, because it's great that you're zooming along, it's great, and then suddenly, boom, you're dead. And I don't know, that rate winds me up, that. I don't know. I can live with that though, because when you know a level, you don't fall for it. But